The phone rang at 4 a.m. On the other end, my father's voice slithered through the line. "Liam, your building's on fire. Hope you had insurance." I didn't gasp. I didn't shout. I laughed. The pause that followed told me he hadn't expected that. "Why are you laughing at something so serious?" he asked, almost offended. "Because, Dad," I whispered, "that place wasn't just where I lived. It was a trap. And you walked straight into it." He didn't understand. Not yet. Years ago, I believed in him. He was the one who taught me to ride a bike, who promised I'd be stronger than him one day. For a while, I thought he was my foundation. But foundations can rot. And some will bury you instead of holding you up. When my mother walked away, he cracked. Whiskey, poker tables, debts he never planned to repay. And me? I became his currency. By 16, I was the one working nights to keep the lights on. He'd dip into my savings, swearing he'd make it right. He never did. The first time, I forgave. The second time, I pretended not to notice. The third time, I realized, he wasn't a father anymore. He was a leech. And leeches don't let go until you burn them off. So when I noticed his sudden curiosity about my lease, his casual questions about insurance, his shadow pacing outside my complex at night, I connected the pieces. And when I overheard his whispered call, "Yes, it's insured. Just make it look accidental," I knew he was ready to trade my life for a payout. But I didn't panic. I planned. Step 1, I vanished. Weeks before the fire, I moved into a quiet apartment across town under a different name. My old unit. I left it staged, a couch, a few thrift store clothes, just enough to look occupied. Step 2, I called the insurance company. Told them about the strange questions, his obsession with my policy. They didn't ignore me, they opened a file. Fraud division. Step 3, I locked away anything he thought he could reach. Bank accounts, assets, even side income, all sealed tight where his hands couldn't grab. Then I waited. The night the flames rose, I sat by the window of my new place, watching smoke drift against the horizon. When he called, he expected fear. Tears. Maybe desperation. What he got was laughter. "What are you talking about?" he demanded when I told him the apartment wasn't just a home, it was bait. "I moved weeks ago," I said. Calm. Steady. "All you burned tonight was evidence. And investigators love evidence." Silence. Then his breath quickened. He tried to cover it with anger, shouting, cursing. But the shake in his voice betrayed him. "They recorded your deal, Dad," I cut in. "The call. The money transfer. By sunrise, you'll be their suspect, not their heir." And I was right. The next morning, detectives circled him like vultures. Insurance agents, police, witnesses, every detail traced back to him. Phone logs. Hidden accounts. The man he hired to light the match. Piece by piece, the truth buried him. I never had to lift a finger. Weeks later, I saw him in court. Orange jumpsuit. Wrists chained. His eyes searched mine for pity, maybe forgiveness. All he found was the silence he gave me when I was 16, begging him not to pawn my future away. The judge listed the charges: arson, fraud, conspiracy. The sentence stacked up, years he'd never claw back. He flinched with every word. I didn't. When they let him out, our eyes locked one last time. I smiled, not cruel, just finished. People ask if I regret it. If I miss him. But the truth is, I buried my father long ago. The man in that courtroom wasn't my parent. He was a predator who scorched everything he touched. The fire he set was meant to ruin me. Instead, it revealed him. Now I live where he can't reach me. Small place. Quiet. Paid with money I earned. No shadows creeping outside. No footsteps I can't trust. And sometimes, when the night is still, I replay that call in my head, his voice smug, certain, and my laughter cutting through it. That was the moment the power shifted. The parasite was gone. The chain was broken. The fire didn't destroy me. It freed me.